Hey, it's Ruben from the shop bringing you a special haul video. It's kind of a double haul. We got stuff from the swap meet and then an estate auction pickup. My name is Ruben. I am a longtime reseller selling out of the Southwest here in Albuquerque. So I paid about $90 for everything, and then when I was in the line to get in for pickup, I saw that this bin had no bids, so I asked about it and said that I would take it. And then I asked, well, how much was the opening bid for? They had it priced at 50, and I was like, oh, in that case, never mind. And she was cool about it. She's like, well, how about we do 30? And I was like, okay, I can live with that. So there's this crazy, what is that, concert tone recorder in there. I got it because of these, what do you call them? Professional use magnetic tapes, because people need these here for their reel-to-reel players and stuff. So I was like, okay, let me get a lot of those because I know I'll do well there. I'll probably sell the concert tone thing at local auction just because it's big and heavy. I'll do a price check just in case it's something special. I don't think it is. Oh, and there's a mic in here, so we'll see what's up with that. What I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all of this stuff and then just pick out the winners for you. So these two are full of clothing. I did also buy a closet. It was a strikeout on the closet. Only paid $8 for it, so cleared it out. Got two contractor trash bags full of clothes in the truck that I'll drop off later today. Got the IKEA bag. All that's in there is that granny square crocheted blanket. And there's some interesting stuff in here, so I'll get it all displayed out and yeah, catch up with you in a minute. So here's that first batch. This was that $30 box. I bought them primarily for these, the aluminum reels. There are 4 here. 2 of them have tape on them. I'm pretty sure they're Scotch brand. Even though the box says plastic, they are the aluminum ones. So realistically $10 a piece. So $40 there. I think I'm going to keep those 2 on this machine, this concert tone. There is no power source. There's a plug thing right here, but no cord. So it's kind of just dead in the water, because I can't imagine there being too many replacements. Maybe it's a generic part, but it's still a cool looking thing, and I think if I put it in the local auction, it has a chance to sell decently. At worst, someone's going to buy it because they're going to be like, hey, I can sell these rails for $10 a piece. So that should pay for it. We should be in profit with selling this, hopefully. Had some media, Harness the Human Mind by Robert Tilton and Teaching by Robert Tilton. So these are sets that I can't imagine are worth anything. I'll look them up. Here is some used reels. Some of them have tape. Some of them are the take-up reel, so the empty reel that takes the tape. There's this bag. There's tape there. This will all be audio stuff. We have the Victor Borg TV show, 1956, 1958. I can't imagine Victor Borg's people are stopping bootleg sales of his former TV show, but probably just throw this all in a big lot. Maybe look this guy up. This is kind of like a almost like a private press record, but it's private press real. This guy plays the organ and is serious about it. So we'll check to see if he's worth any money. Sometimes the organ music, there is a following. I've had a couple gems before. So let's jump back over to this side. This was that remote that was hanging out a second ago. It is an AKG D190E, made in Austria. Looked it up. This is a valuable mic. The first ones that show up on eBay show $200 plus. Realistically, I'm thinking $75, maybe $100, but probably $75. So that's a nice find. There's this Akai Dynamic microphone, ADM5. I was going to go on this whole spiel about go based off of the item and not with the box. Because right there it says Akai M8. Turns out the M8 is the whole player, reel-to-reel player. So this is the Akai dynamic microphone. Looks to be in excellent, maybe unused condition. I think that these are supposed to be in pairs, but I did see a single that sold for $60 recently, and a pair that sold for 50, or no, I'm sorry, 90. So hopefully we can get $60 for it. Then the Super Score. So I saw this when I was packing up the bin into my car, to the truck, and I was like, oh, that's cool. That might be something. Just put it away. Hold on. So I didn't check it out when I saw it, but when I got back, I was like, okay. One, it having the case is nice, so it's at least somewhat taken care of. This was a bin that was in the garage, so it did have a lid. We're hoping for the best here. Made in Japan. Then I opened it to see the model, and I thought it was just going to be a voice recorder, tape recorder, but luckily, boom, it has the Walkman insignia on it. So it is also a Walkman, but it's the Walkman Professional. Vintage 80s, headphones, line out, volume. So there's no radio component, I guess, but you could play your tapes on it. Very cool. I also found this in the bin. It's the microphone, the vintage Sony microphone for it. So that's pretty cool. I'll pair everything here together. So here's the deal. You can look it up. It is the... there it is. Stereo cassette recorder, cassette quarter. WMD3, Walkman D3. I looked it up and was shocked to see the prices. If it works, I'm pretty sure it's like a $300 to $400 Walkman. If it doesn't work, I can get $150 and possibly hold out for $2, because people will restore these, and this one's in excellent condition. So major score there. $30 for the bin, and yeah, we'll make our money over and over and over again. Let's see what's in those other boxes. All right, second bin. A lot of this stuff was individual lots, so those 2 bags were a lot. I think I got for like $4. This was a set. This was a shelf of books. They just had it as cookbooks. There's one cookbook in it. I could tell that there were some yearbooks. I don't really want to sell yearbooks, but they're worth looking at for me for like $4. And I saw this stack of magazines, and I just had a decent feeling that there would be something cool in there. There were these paperweights for some country club, golfing club. Thought they were kind of cool. It was $2 for the lot, so give them a try. And there was this stack of books. Again, it was like $4. So let's move left to, we'll make a big circle. So this bag ended up being the better of the 2 bags. I thought the other bag would be, but there's no label or anything. This one, made in Italy. The lining in it is cracking, which stinks. But some of the Italian, what'd you call that? Basket weaved bags seem to do pretty decent. I didn't see any with fish on them or many decoration at all. So I think this one has a chance to do decently. Hopefully $20 there. I got this piece. It does have information on the bottom. What does that say? Klung, Bali. So made in Bali. That's the type of wood, I believe. I just thought it was a decent carving. Has a good aesthetic to it. So paid $10 for it. Hopefully get 60, 70, $80 for it. That bag, I think I'll just donate. We have these books. These books I saw, I really just wanted this book here. It's they had this listed as bird books because there are 2 bird books on it on top. So that's The Spanish Dictionary, School Edition. This is an 1882 dictionary. Some dictionaries can be pretty valuable. I just thought this was cool because it was a Spanish dictionary. It's probably worth like $30. And got lucky there was another decent book, because this isn't many books to hit too. Modern Chess Openings, completely revised by Reuben Fine and others. Same R.C. Griffith. This book is worth about $15 to $30, so hopefully I get 20, 25 for it. Chess book. There's a lot out there, but I guess some volumes are more coveted than others. Got this box here. It was keychains and buttons, so I haven't been through it yet. I've got Southwest Indian Foundation. That's kind of cool. That might have some value. It looks vintage. Gallup, New Mexico. What's that one? Angel Fire. I don't know what that is. Got some pins. Bill Valentine. Reagan Bush, 84. Ew. And it's Indian National Laboratories. That's a cool one. Another one of these. Jesus. Chromed out Jesus. Send that. Remember the Sacred Heart League. Another one of those. What's this? Here's a key. What is this one? FHP. We'll look that up, see if we can figure that out. The farm. So I'm thinking some of these won't be anything, and others I'll get $5, $10 for. Hoping to find one real interesting one. That laboratories one was pretty cool. Healthcare. Lincoln Mercury. And here's a cool die. Frontier Ford. What's that? GMAC. Yes! Heck yeah. Ed Black Chevrolet. He had like a black crow as his logo. Stoked to find that. That would be worth something. Royal Cruising. Baldwin Piano. That's kind of cool. Caesar's Palace. Emperor's Club. Maybe has value. We'll see. Zomax. Sun City West. So that's what's in here. Best ones, definitely that Ed Black and these Thunderbirds here. So hopefully it was like $2, $2 I think. So if I turn $2 into $40, I'll be happy. Finally, this stuff. These bottom volumes are nothing. So what are these? Yearbooks went this way. This one's a high school yearbook. If I'm going to sell any yearbooks, I'm probably going to sell high school yearbooks. But even then, I don't really want to. This is going to end up as a lot in the local auction. But, so, here's this one. Blue and white. That's Crosby High School in Connecticut. There's 4 volumes here. So, 49, 50, 50, 53, 52, 51, 50 of Temple University's College of Dentistry. So no one wants these. There's some up for sale, but I doubt that they ever sell. I know they haven't sold in the last 3 months. I wouldn't be surprised if they haven't sold in the last year. And then we have this one, which could have been really cool. 1947 maroon. This is Fordham College. Where is Fordham? In New York, I believe. So I was looking for notable alumni. And the one person who should be in this book, they weren't a senior, so that's what hurt. They only put photos of the senior class, and then they put like class photos of all the other students, but they didn't put any names with it. So I'm sure our guy is in here, because we were looking for Vin Scully, the announcer or the former announcer of the Dodgers. So no luck. And then, wouldn't you know it, the baseball team is the only team in here where they didn't put a team photo in. So he would have been number 17 on the baseball team. I wouldn't have been able to tell from the front, but yeah, no luck. I checked to see what else he was in. He was in the Barbershop Quartet. Unfortunately, they didn't make the yearbook. And he was part of the newspaper staff. but maybe he wouldn't be part of that until his senior year, so I'm not sure. Again, they weren't in here. There's about 8 pages dedicated to the yearbook staff, which I thought was ridiculous. So, struck out there, but I'll add it to the stack, and hopefully those yearbooks go for, I don't know, $10 at local auction. These are donations. Oh yeah, so here's the cookbook stack. I just really dig ephemera. So that cookbook I don't think is worth anything. But this is a cool piece right here. Matatuk story. So they made like screws and stuff. Someone who worked for the company or still works for the company will dig this. Yeah, that's what that is. Here are some magazines. So this is a funny one. Marco, the magazine of Marco Polo International Hotels. So this is a hotel magazine. I'm going to give it a shot. I didn't find any comps, but I have a feeling it still can be like a $10 to $20 magazine. Because this is like a $20 magazine. Well, $10 to $20. Silver Chris, Singapore Airlines In-Flight Magazine, November 1988. So people have these listed, and one has sold recently. 2 have sold recently. One sold for $30. Not this year, and volume I think it was at 80. No, it was 1990. And then that one sold for 30, and another one sold for like $2. So we'll throw them up there. It's an easy list. We got Harbor City, 1988. It's like a fashion magazine, so that might be okay. Something like this, Diversion, California Wine Country, color. I don't even know what this dental edition. So maybe it's like, who knows what this is? But it's older, so give it a shot. You have Sphere magazine. This would be good. It's the Betty Crocker magazine if I had multiple volumes. I only have one volume, so maybe it won't sell. We had these wood magazines. I don't think these are so great. That guy looks really happy. More wood. But this one had a bunch of like pamphlets and stuff. And you would be surprised. I don't think I wanted to sell this stuff individually. I think I'll lot it up, and some painter will buy it. Yeah, molding, all kinds of stuff. So that might be $20 right there. Seems weird, but, I mean, where else are you going to get it? This is just paperwork. Trash that. Another one there. Know Your Money, Department of Treasury. I thought that was funny. They're going to tell you how to use your money. Oh, yeah. This was cool. The World's Greatest Jazz Band. I flipped through this, and it turns out it's signed by all the guys here. Different pages. I never heard of any of these artists. Benny Morton. The drummer is Gus Johnson. I think I've heard of him, but he's the only one I don't think who's signed, because there is a signature back here, but it's by the guest name, but I don't think that's Buddy Hackett, and I don't think that's Billy Butterfield. It could be Billy Butterfield, I guess. Not sure. But kind of a cool thing. I'll check that out, see if there's any value there. It's going to have those signatures. They're definitely not faked, because who would fake them? I have this Amish folk magazine, or book, Words and Pictures. I don't think that's worth anything. I thought it was funny, though. I was like, oh, wow, it's signed by whoever wrote it. But that's definitely a facsimile signature, so like it's just printed there. But why would they do that? Seems odd. Great American Race. It's worth about $10. Waterbury, Connecticut. I don't know if that's worth anything. Pair it with that. This was cool. Famous Artist Magazine. There's some cool like Beatles stuff in the back, so that might have some value. And another Famous Artist magazine, the Hammond Times. So these are magazines for Hammond, Oregon. Quite a few volumes. A few of them have sold online. I'll sell it as a lot here and on Etsy. See if we get lucky. Some story behind the scenery books. I don't know if those have value. We'll check it out. And then National Parkways. I got 4 of them here. I've done good with some vintage national park stuff in the past. So hopefully they sell individually. If not, I can group them up. Probably get $10-15. So there's definitely money in that stack. It's just kind of the slow money. We got 2 more boxes, and I think I can do all the rest in one more table. Give me a second. Here we go. Here's the last of it. So this came out of a few different lots. There are 2 box lots of clothing. I actually got more viable, sellable clothing than expected. There was a lot of underwear that you see there in the back. That was one lot. And then this was a lot. It's just this Princess Gardner little wallet. It's new, probably from the 70s. I thought I can get $20 for it. I was really excited about the underwear. It's a little bit newer than I expected, but still okay. I think 1982, 1979. I should get... at least $20 a pair. So there's 3 pairs in here, so probably $60 for this set. 40, maybe 50, because it's the 70s. So pretty cool lot. Paid $10 for all 3. So $10 into hopefully 20, 40, 60, 80, $140. So that's a nice buy. This was a box lot. It had some new stuff. So these are just boxers. I don't know if they'll sell. This is Regatta Sport. Probably not even that old. Probably from the 2000s. Trunks. Older polo shirt. Has a kind of wild front design. So give that a shot for 20. This was in there. I thought it was a newer shirt, but it is an older shirt. Probably 80s. Perma press. It's brand new. Has a cool look to it. So hopefully 25, 30 bucks. This is the one I thought was the best one in there. It is an Eric Damon. I just really like the pattern on it. It's a medium, long sleeve taper with tails. So hopefully a $30 shirt. Well, let's go here. There are way more polo shirts that are somewhat viable than I thought. We have this, we'll start here. A bunch of these Bonlon, like nylon, but they do have a lot of pilling on them. So I can either sell them as a lot and then say it has the pilling, or I can use a pilling machine on them. Not sure what I'll do, because sometimes the pilling machine will create a hole in that Bonlon stuff. So there's some money there. Vintage Lacoste, thought that was interesting. There's quite a few snags in it, so maybe 20 bucks, probably not. And then this one's cool. It has the piping, Bud Burma. It's a polo shirt. This one has some staining on it. We'll try to get it out. Styled in California. I think this one's a gem. That stripe, and it's not a terry cloth. It's almost like a coletta material. Not sure, but this one's really nice. Hopefully that's 30, 40 bucks. Here's another one. This one has more pilling on it, so about 20, hopefully. Colesetta. That's what this one is. It's, what is that? Acetate polyester. Hopefully get 20, 25 bucks for this one. And this Puritan, which is awesome. Bonlon again. Houndstooth with the solid hem. Very cool. I'm going to try to get 45 bucks for it. We shall see. There were a few t-shirts. There was one t-shirt in the box that I knew was vintage and was in there. So these two were under it. What is this from? Anatomical Chart Company, 1987. It's the tooth. Kind of cool. A little dingy. Putnam Investments. Vintage Fruit of the Loom label. Single stitch. Yeah, it's vintage. We'll see if that has any value. This is the one I saw. I could just see this in the picture. I was like, okay, that's an older label. Worst case scenario, I thought it was a black t-shirt. I was like, worst case scenario, it's a plain black t-shirt. But it had that on it. Technics, musical instruments. I think that's a big bonus. I'll put like a price of 30 bucks on it and see if it sells. And then this was in there. This is really cool. Plain blue shirt. Dingy. But it's a suede knit Hanes. 1950s, 1960s. Plain t-shirt. Plain pocket tee. Pretty cool. Some staining on it. But I love that old school sportswear. So that should be at least 35 bucks. The last thing of note was this like throw blanket. This is called the Granny Square, crocheted. You'll see these everywhere. They do sell. Every time I list one, it sells in about a month. Made famous on Roseanne, and I think there's also one of these in the background of the show about the nerdy guys. I forget. But I saw this. It was in a lot with some other blanket stuff. That one there. I recognized it. It's a pretty good size. I should get 40 bucks for it. So if you see these out there, they're worth grabbing. It doesn't matter if they were crocheted yesterday or crocheted 40 years ago. I think all go for about the same amount. Definitely make sure you don't have like a smelly one. There you have it, a little glimpse at what I'm finding here in New Mexico. The estate auctions, the swap meet, there's stuff everywhere. Hopefully watching this might pique your interest and you can find some stuff to make some profit on in your area. I'm going to leave you. My name is Ruben. I'm having a good day. Hoping you're having a good day. Let's talk again soon.